Hello. So they launched not one but two events right now. Like you said, I wasn't expecting either of these to happen right now, but they launched them both at the same time. So we got some double event madness going on. But we have Blackbeard's Legacy. This is the main event. Blackbeard's Legacy. Captain Blackbeard was a cruel and greedy fellow. The whole of Dominion hated him. But ever since the Pirate King found his demise in the depths of the ocean, treasure hunters are finding more and more remnants of his legacy. Interesting, because Captain Blackbeard is like an actual historical figure from the real world. So it's interesting that he has now been canonized as part of the Dominion. We had this event, I think, once before, maybe twice before. I know I've done videos on this before. But it's pretty much just like the CyberCon event we had a few weeks ago. So it's like, again, that CyberCon event was really weird. I didn't mind it. It's not a bad event at all. But um, this is like Redux, but now we got Foundation of Power on top of it, which we'll look at in a second. But first, this is a 7-day event, so you got log in every day. I guess it only goes to 6 days. All right, but it's a 7-day event, but it only goes to log in 6 times, so whatever. Spending energy, this goes just to 3,500, so that's pretty easy over 7 days. I've reached VIP 7. If you're VIP 7, you'll get a bunch of keys. Boredom, opening showers, chests. 100 chests over 7 days is not too bad at all. Like, let's see, 100 times 7. I think you have to open up, like, I think you can do this if you don't even think you have to open up extras. Like, I think you could just do this one normal. I don't even think you have to open up extras because only 100, so that should be doable for most people as long as you're doing your dungeon, your tower every day, because you should open up 105 if you do 15 a day. So 100, like I said, so you don't even have to go all your way on that top. Spend buying emeralds. I don't know if we're gonna have another 4x during this one, because that would be if we have another 4x where you can double dip again, then I guess it'd be worth it. Otherwise, like, you like said, we just had a 5x the other day, and we'll probably have an actual 4x here soon. So I'd probably wait. Definitely don't buy it until this weekend. There, if case there is a 4x this weekend. Joining adventures, you just have to do 6 adventures over the week. Pretty easy. If you're doing your dailies, pretty easy. Spending emeralds, 150,000 emeralds, quite a bit to spend, but you do get a bunch of keys, and there is a foundation power up right now, which again has its own spend emeralds to like 100,000. So you do double dip for most of it, at least up to here. The last 50,000 you're on your own, but you do get an extra 120 keys for that extra 50,000. So you'd have to determine if it's worth it, because you're not getting any more rewards for foundation power on the other side. So there's fighting in the arena, grand arena. 7 days worth of arena fights, grand arena fights should get you this automatically. Just do all your fights every day. Not too much more to say on that. And then let's look at Foundation of Power. Foundation of Power. Who would have thought that Titans could become stronger still than their former selves? Now that their forms have arrived on the battlefield to smite evil, no one dares doubt the foundations of the ancient creature's power, the origins of their wisdom, and the source of their otherworldly might. So you have login every day. This one's just 3 days, so it only shares half a Blackbeard Legacy. And I wonder if there's going to be like a second event that will double up with this, because that would be interesting. Like, I mean, the fact that they're doubling up at all surprised me, but there might be a second one. Just keep your eye on it. Maybe there'll be a second one, maybe it'll be 4x. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. But it is nice. You have spend energy. This one goes 15,000. Blackbeard's Legacy only goes 3,500, and that's over 7 days, which most people get hit just by playing the game normally. So this one you'd have to spend some extra energy. It might be worth it if you have extra energy resource, because this is pretty good amount of Titan skin stones if you need Titan skin stones. And there, sometimes they do events where you need to use Titan skin stones to level up Titan skins and stuff. So it doesn't hurt to have extras. VIP, if you're VIP 7, you'll get all these skin stones plus potions. Summoning circle 50, that's pretty easy. Just summon. Said most people will get 17 or 18 stairs a day. Like, if you're getting like your 18 stairs a day, you can literally just do your dailies, but it's pretty easy. Just open 50 here. And it doesn't cost too much to open 50. It's like, because they have the discounts going too, so it's opening 50 right now just costs 4,500 emeralds. Like, this would go towards the spend emeralds on both of these quests, so it might be worth it for you if you don't have spheres for whatever reason. Buying emeralds, this one also has a buy emerald, so there's a double dip if you buy emeralds. So like, that's almost a 4x, like, honestly, because you have the double dip. So if you buy, so let's say you bought 80,000 emeralds. Ooh, I don't have an 80,000, but if you had like a 3x on this one, like if you started like a 3x on this bundle, you would get 80,000. And let's see what 80,000 would get you. You'd get all those. Plus you would get all of those, like 90,000. Like, so if this was a 3x, we'd get really close to 90,000. I could buy something like that. Like, that would almost be, that'd probably be worth it if there was a, if you had a 3x. I mean, even this isn't too bad. You'd pretty much get 4x emeralds right now. So, this might be better than an actual 4x. You get the other stuff, the other rewards with, you get the other keys and stuff. There's not a lot of extra keys though. So, um, definitely something to think about. Collecting Titanite Dungeon. This one can be really hard to do on my main account. A lot of times I miss this because you have to, because it's so hard to make progress in the dungeon on the high level. Like it just, so just do what you can. But if you can get all 1,000, like that's pretty good. Spending emeralds, we just talked about that one. So it goes to 100,000. The other one goes to 150,000. But you do get a lot of skins and stuff. Like it is a double dip opportunity. Like on this account, I might do it just because it is double dip, and I do have the stuff. I still have plenty for the Summerfest, so I'm not too worried. So I might do it here. And I actually do need Titan Skin Stones and the keys. We'll talk about those in a second because I could use some of these items from those. Outland chest, 150,000 is quite a bit over 3 days. Like that's not something you're probably gonna get. I would probably recommend skipping that on most accounts. There wasn't an outland on here, so you're not double dipping on that. So I'd probably skip that. 150,000, 150 outland chests over 3 days. That's 50 per day. Like that's a lot of emeralds. I mean, skin stones are great and all, but I mean, it does go towards the double spend emeralds and whatever. But I kind of feel like for most people, there might be better places to spend the emeralds. Like right now, since we're off new Titans and stuff, I might just spend it into Titan artifact spheres. But yeah, so you get the Blackbeards keys and stuff, the what do they call them, pirate keys. And this is for the Treasure Island thing. You also said Treasure Island. No, there's also discounts. We'll talk about those in a sec. But the keys are for this here, the Buccaneer Stash. Use the pirate keys to unlock the Buccaneer Stash cells. Click a locked cell to use the pirate key. You can fresh prize in the stash once these win grand prizes. So it looks like the prize are same as CyberCon. So I'll probably link a video about the site that I did for CyberCon because the prizes are the same, so their strategy will be the same. There's just the graphics are different. Like for most players, you probably want Chaos Particles. On this account, I'm at a point where insignias make more sense for me, so I'll probably do those in my primary. And I might record a follow-up video too on this just for that, but you can see all the prizes. Every time you get a prize, it will click off. It'll cross one of these off. You can only get each of these. Each of these appear once. And once you get one of the grand prizes, like these are obviously big ticket items, you can then refresh. The refresh doesn't happen until you get one of the grand prizes. Generally, the strategy is to try to get the grand prize you want. Or if you get 2 grand prizes really quickly, you probably want to refresh just because otherwise you're going to have like 30 prizes left and only 1 grand prize left. So it just... generally you want to try to maximize your value here, but the chaos particles are the most valuable item, and for most people that's going to be the primary one you want the most, because that's 1,750 emeralds worth of particles right there. Pretty good stuff. And there are bundles for both the Foundation of Power, Sunning Spheres, and Titan Skin Stones. I think these bundles kind of meh. I think these bundles, if you're going to buy bundles, I feel like these are better bundles. These ones don't even have emeralds in it. So these ones do have emeralds. So these would actually count towards the buy emeralds quests on both Foundation Power and the Blackbeard's Legacy. So this would definitely be better just because you get the double dip on this. Because you get the buy emeralds quests. If you are going to buy any of these bundles. Pirate keys also give your guildmates some pirate keys. The other one I think gives your guildmates Titan Skin Stones. Pirate keys I think are better because you could potentially get 5,000 Titan Skin Stones with them, plus or particles or stuff like so. I do think these bundles are much better than the other ones. And then there's of course the discounts. You have these ones. You have these discounts. You have the pet eggs, probably the Astral Seer. Oh wait, no, Astral Seer is not discounted. Okay, what else? What is discounted? Pet eggs are discounted. So pet eggs are discounted. So these are discounted. This might be where I spend some emeralds because I'm now at a point where we're trying to get totems again. So, I mean, I don't really need anything else in this guy. It's like I said, especially with I mean, it takes more to get your guarantees this way. But at the cheaper theme, like if I get like a random, it might be worth it. Like I said, it's just we're kind of at a point where yeah, there's the Astral Sphere, but these aren't discounted, so I don't see a point in trying to spend the emeralds there. If it's discounted, I might consider the Astral Sphere. Um, but like for most players though, you either want to do this one. This might be the best because there isn't like a guaranteed like the guarantees for the totems are based on how much you spent. So you'll have to open up a lot more of these artifact spheres because you're getting 20%. So instead of going up 45 at a time, 100 at a time, you're going 3600 at a time. So it does mean you're slower to your guarantees, means you're more likely to get it from a random one than a guaranteed one. There's pros and cons to that. So you'll have to decide if it's worth it for you. But if you're just focused on heroes though, and you don't have all your pets with absolute star, pet eggs probably the best here. Like pet eggs are really good. I've taken advantage of these offers in the past to get pets. This is actually how I got Mara absolute star on this account. And I got a grand prize on Mara during one of these discount things. It's the only time I got a grand prize pet on this account was Mara. Well, actually, no, I got Chorus Grand Prize because I forced it. Like, actually, remember I did a video on that. That's right, I got Chorus Grand Prize because I saved up all the eggs and then brute force it's like 2,000 eggs or whatever. I did an unboxing video on that one. But, yeah, so those I think would be the best discounts to take advantage of would be pet summoning or the Titans, like the artifact sphere. Sorry, these probably be the best discounts. Yeah, but because you got two of the buy emeralds, I think it's like you could definitely consider buying emeralds, especially if you have like a 3x up on some of these bundles still, where you could probably potentially just buy this one and then double up, and you're pretty much getting 4x emeralds if you bought this one and then probably like that one at 3x or whatever. Because you'd be just short of 90,000, but it'd be almost like a 4x emerald. So, and you'd get some extra like treasure keys or whatever. Not a lot. You get a few of these though. Yeah, not too much more to say on that one though. Yeah, if you want to know more about like the treasure mini game theme though, I recommend checking out my CyberCon video I did a few weeks ago. You can find that below. Thanks for watching.